And man, can they eat? My wife and I now hide food in the bedroom to keep it from the kids. We got a stash of brownies and muffins next to our bed. So we go in the room late at night and lock the door. I'm sure the kids think we're doing something else, but we're really just under the covers eating brownies and laughing at them. You hit 45, it gets pretty pathetic, doesn't it? The brownies are here. Woohoo! Running down the hall, holding hands. Lock the door, you vixen. I've learned one thing in 22 years of marriage, and this is it. Happy wife, happy life. That's young. If you're married, you already know that. And if you're not married, boy, you better write it down. And not on a napkin. You get a stone tablet and a chisel, Jack. Be number 11 if you're counting them. My father tried to tell me the same thing in his own way on my wedding day. My dad sat me down, he looked me in the eye, and he said, son, I have only one piece of marital advice for you. Before you argue with your new bride, and believe me, you're going to argue with her, before you do, I want you to stop and ask yourself 2 questions. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? And then he broke down and sobbed right in front of me. It's pathetic. And I had no idea what that man was talking about. 22 years later, I'll tell you, I'm a happy, happy, happy man. I ain't been right in 12 years. Sometimes I have to ask my wife, am I happy? Oh, you better believe you're happy. Okay. Just checking with you, Buttercup. I'll call my buddies up. I can't go golfing, but I'm a happy, happy, happy man. And don't get me wrong, we argue. You have to argue in your marriage. You don't argue in your marriage, it'll build up in your brain, and over time it'll make you goofy. Then you wind up like those babbling, mumbling couples you see in Florida that are so scary. 50-some years of marriage, just walking down the street. The wife is up here, she's fine. You ever see the poor husband 8 feet behind her? All hunched over, vibrating and mumbling. Oh, he's telling me what to do. Well, I'm gonna start telling you what to do. I'm a man, you can't tell me what to do no more. I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a man. This poor guy's trying to win back all the arguments he's been throwing away for 50 years. And you know he was 6'3" when he got married. Now he's 4'1". Look at him. Weighed down by half a century of apathy. Leave a toilet seat up if I want to leave a toilet seat up. Tell me what to do. I hope you sit in the water every day. I don't care anymore. And that's when the wife turns around. What'd you just say? I didn't say nothing to you. So get it out. And I married a lovely woman who has a temper, and I mean a temper. Not talking irritability and sarcasm, that's what attracted me to her. We were eating breakfast one morning, just sitting at the breakfast table. Mistake that morning was thinking that everything's fine. Might have been whistling. Would explain why I didn't hear her ticking. Just want to butter a waffle. You know what I'm talking about, man? Just want to butter a waffle. No family business, no talk, no nothing. Butter a waffle. Sweetheart, could you pass me the butter knife? Now I'm thinking something must be bothering Buttercup. So I asked, something on your mind? She says, I'm fat. There isn't a man in this arena that knows you can't respond to that. At this point, a twitch of the eye is going to get you killed. You ever hear your wife say she's fat? You got to become mannequin man. You don't move a muscle, and you don't say anything. Worst thing you say, well, maybe if you laid off the brownies for breakfast. And never mention an ice cream's not supposed to go in Slim Fast. Who knew that would cause such a problem? Keep your mouth shut, let her finish her thought, dig the knife out of the wall, butter the waffle. Then she says, we're joining a health club. Did you hear what I said? Yeah, I think I heard you say you're fat and we're joining a health club. Believe it or not, that was the wrong answer. Of course we joined a health club. Happy wife, happy life. We've been married 22 years. We have 3 boys. We have a 22-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 3-year-old. 22, 15, 3. And we ran out of brownies one night. Won't happen again. We get them from Sam's Club by the pallet now. So we just shipped a box to Jeff and Sherry Easter. So thank you, folks. God bless you. Good night. Thank you. Thank you very much.
In case you're wondering, his home life is very normal. They've been married for 22 years, a wonderful wife who normally comes with him because people are always asking, what does she say about all of this, you know?
Yeah, well, I got to tell you, first of all, Tammy she's got her own sense of humor and warmth. I'll give you an idea of her idea of funny. Sitting at home in my chair watching TV, she walks up behind me, starts giving me a shoulder rub, starts scratching my head, affectionately. She kisses the top of my head, and she says, "I love you, Jeff," and then she walks away.
Sweet.
It was sweet. And I said, "I love you too, babe." 5 minutes later, my boy walks in, he looks at me, and he goes, "Hey, Dad, who drew the smiley face on the back of your bald spot there?" What's that? He's warm. Yeah. She's a sick, warped woman, trust me.
And also his son is in the military and he's in Kuwait now and he's getting ready to be shipped up to...
Yeah, next week he'll be in Iraq.
So pray for him. Good family. Good family. You've often heard me refer to our artist as the homecoming family, and that's really what we have become over the years. I thought you might enjoy seeing a side of this family that you don't get to see from the stage. Here's what happens behind the scenes before it's time to sing.
Nice screaming out popcorn, Frank.
This is not even on, is it? There you go. One of the smoothest singers. One of the smoothest singers you'll ever meet. Ronnie Booth and his brother Michael, who's not so smooth, but still a cool guy.
That's great.
Yeah. And my buddy Jim Brady. Jim Brady.
We're just like this, aren't we?
We are like this.
We are.
Good kids.
Hello.
Get his foot on camera.
Has really big feet.
Look at that. Good. Now he can stomp out a forest fire just like.
This is a real man's foot. When these boys grow up, they'll have a big foot too.
These come with an oar.
These come with a real man.
Ski poles.
Real man.
Real man right there. So this is the trenches here. They would like for you to believe that the main thrust of the homecoming experience goes on somewhere else. I'm here to tell you, goes on right here. This is the pit. See, you got guys working. You got Greg Ritchie perfecting the drums down here. You got Chris working on the camera stuff. See, this is going to be a flurry of activity in only minutes. And I'm here to tell you about that, okay? Now, some of the singers, they're out drinking coffee, all right? Some of them are, like reading the Bible stuff. We're here working, all right? So just want you to know that. Well, you guys sounded great up there a minute ago.
What?
You sounded great when you sang it. You sounded great up there when you sang a minute ago.